Hello, my audience. I'm reviewing 2002 flick Spider-Man. I give it 5 points out of 10. I just didn't like this movie. I thought it was slightly below mediocre. As my final verdict score, 5 out of 10. I thought this movie personally sucked. I didn't really get what's great about this movie. I mean, the CGI shit. Unpolished, finished CGI for its time, and it kind of stands out, the CGI, and the act's not that great, script's not that great, the action's not that great, spectacle well shot, looks softly staged, the action and rehearsed. I feel like I shouldn't be aware that I'm watching a movie with a character named that's a superhero like Spider-Man. I feel like I'm having trouble, it's impossible for me to give him my suspension of disbelief. I feel like I'm constantly aware I'm watching a movie and not really a character. Or I just feel like I'm watching actors in a movie, not really the characters brought to life or brilliantly reimagining for a new era. I just feel like I'm watching a movie. That's why I give Spider-Man a 5 out of 10. It wants to be a blockbuster film, but also wants to be an origin story. So it's just trying to juggle being both shit. And MJ's hot for Peter, but Peter shuts her down because with great power comes great responsibility. Catchphrase from Uncle Ben, which they say like 3 times in the movie, at least. Got repetitive and monotonous, stupid, idiotic, saying more than once. And that brings me to Spider-Man 2.1 and known as Spider-Man 2 Director's Cut. And that's where the director's cut is basically 8-minute added footage of the same movies. The theatrical of Spider-Man 2. This was 8-minute added footage to the film. But it doesn't add a whole lot of depth or layer into the characters at all. What makes the characters more likable either. Or funny. You still feel like you're watching a movie with Spider-Man 2, just actors trying to remember their lines, forgetting to commit to the role of the characters. They just feel like they're trying their best to rehearse their lines and not fuck up. That's why I give Spider-Man 2, known as Spider-Man 2.1 Extended Cut of Spider-Man 2, a 5 out of 10. Both cuts of Spider-Man 2, extended and theatrical cut of Spider-Man 2, gets 5 points out of 10 points. These movies dragged on. Now I'm going to talk about Spider-Man 3. This is the only one I ended up liking as a 6 out of 10. Because Spider-Man's pretty unlikable bastard by the time he has a sense of humor in the third one. They write him as a too unlikable prick. he has a sense of humor in this time around. But it's supposed to be like that. He's supposed to be unlikable and this time around for him to go with some cabs girl to gain the possession of the black suit and then getting rid of it. But I'm sorry, this loss of this movie turned my brain to mush. But I like the singing jazz dance Spider-Man when he's singing over by black suit. That was funny. Seeing Maguire make a fool of himself as the black suited Spider-Man. I enjoyed that. It's the least he could do after making the first two ones so unwatchable. He at least has the kahunas to make a fool of himself this time around with a little song and dance, jazz hands. As he breaks dance and makes his girlfriend jealous. His ex-girlfriend, MJ. That pretty much is the unloyal contact flips with every guy she's with. And tries to bone all guys. First was Flash Thompson, then was Harry, then was Spider-Man, then was Peter and Spider-Man. In the first one, now it's her fiance in the sequel versus Spider-Man after she knows Peter and Spider-Man are the same people. Now in the third one, she flirts with Harry again. After one time, she kisses the moves on Harry when rehearsing his immature play as he wrote as a kid for MJ. So, Harry then gets his amnesia, cure from his amnesia, goes Green Goblin evil guy again, and forces MJ and Peter to break up due to this evil dudes. I don't know, I can't read less. This leads to a cool action scene between Harry and Peter rolling it out, and Peter coming on top to his edge over the black suit. Were any of these movies ever really that good? Probably not. We just watched them because we had nothing better to watch for comic book movies in the 2000s. It was either this or X-Men for 2000s comic book media. That's all we had. For trilogies in the comic book media that, that will popularize, got more than one spin-offs. I feel safe enough to say that the X-Men trilogy, original OG trilogy from Fox, is a classic and iconic take on the X-Men and unique. This feels like trilogy with Spider-Man feels like, I don't know, toilet water after you take a shit in it. And flush it down the drain. That's what this movie is like when you take a nice shit. This franchise, like it to get through each installment, is like taking a nice big ass shit. Now you feel good after it's done. And you flush it down the toilet into the wild. That's what Spider-Man Trilogy was Tobey Maguire in a nutshell. It's like taking a nice big load in the toilet and flushing it down. Ain't that great? Expression for a metaphor for this trilogy? I think it is. Like a big shit watching game through all three installments. It's like taking a big shit in the world. Down the toilet. Flush it down. The biggest painful shit you ever took in your whole life. So while your butt starts bleeding from your ass cheeks. And you're just glad that you survive the reckoning of the shit coming out of your ass. Painfully a lot. That's what Spider-Man Trilogy is like in a nutshell. When you get through it, you'll feel like a new man. You'll die inside completely, then you'll be reborn as a more sane, rational man. Like me. Once you realize, oh my god, these movies are goddamn horseshit. Garbage. These are the fucking worst movies I ever seen in comic book media. I thought this was dumber than a Howard Duck movie. And it felt longer, each 3 installments altogether. Help me. Save me from this hell I created. That is my internet content. Goodbye. Subscribe. Like this video. Burmeister likes and subscribers. Stay tuned, my guys. Toodles. Goodbye. Okie dokie.